Admiral Kate Morrison stood on the bridge of the USS Defiance and watched her world burn. Through the large windows, she could see Earth spinning slowly below them. Orange and red fires covered whole cities. Black smoke rose from places where millions of people once lived happy lives. "Admiral, we lost another ship," said Lieutenant Commander Jake Sullivan. His voice was quiet and sad. The USS Freedom just exploded. No survivors. Kate closed her eyes for a moment. The Freedom had 800 good people on it. Now they were all gone. That made it the 7th ship they lost today. Only 12 ships remained from Earth's once great space fleet. "How many enemy ships do we count now?" Kate asked. 215, Mom," Jake replied. "Maybe more hiding behind the big ones." Kate looked at the alien ships on her screen. The Zephyrians had arrived 3 days ago with the largest fleet anyone had ever seen. Their ships looked like giant crystals that caught the light from the sun. They were beautiful in a deadly way. Each one was bigger and stronger than anything humans had ever built. Captain Lisa Brooks spoke over the radio from her ship, the USS Guardian. "Admiral, my shields are down to 30%. We can't take much more of this beating." "Hold your position, Lisa," Kate said. "We need to buy more time for the evacuation ships." On the surface of Earth, General Pete Adams was trying to get people off the planet. Every hour, hundreds of transport ships left Earth carrying families to safety. But there were billions of people down there. They needed days, maybe weeks, to get everyone out. The aliens had given them 6 hours. Dr. Amy Carter worked in her lab deep underground. She had not slept in 2 days. Her hands shook as she connected wires and checked numbers. On her computer, she was building something that might save them all. But she needed more time. "The quantum field is not stable yet," she told her helper, Dr. Tony Clark. "If I turn it on now, it might not work. Or worse, it might blow up and take half the planet with it." "How much more time do you need?" Tony asked. "At least 12 hours, maybe 20. Tony looked at the clock on the wall. The alien said 6 hours. That was 4 hours ago. Amy felt sick. She knew what that meant. They were almost out of time. Up in space, Commander Ryan Mitchell flew his fighter between the giant alien ships. His small craft looked like a bug next to them. Laser beams shot past him, missing by inches. One hit would turn his ship into dust. "Blue Leader, this is Blue 3, said a voice on his radio. "I'm hit bad. Engine is dead." Ryan looked and saw his friend's ship spinning out of control. "Eject, Blue 3. Get out of there. Ejection system is damaged. I can't get out." Ryan watched helplessly as Blue 3's fighter crashed into the side of an alien ship. The explosion was bright, but small. It barely left a mark on the alien hull. These enemies were too strong. Their weapons cut through human ships like a hot knife through butter. Their shields bounced off human weapons like they were toys. Every battle was a massacre. Admiral Kate Morrison had fought in many wars, but she had never seen anything like this. The aliens called themselves the Zephyrian Empire. They had conquered dozens of worlds across the galaxy. Now they wanted Earth. "Admiral," said her communications officer, Lieutenant Sam Williams, "the alien commander is sending another message. Put it on the main screen." The alien leader appeared on the screen. It looked like a tall, thin human, but its skin was blue, and its eyes were completely black. When it spoke, a computer translated its words into English. "Humans of Earth," the alien said, "you have fought bravely, but your resistance is pointless. Your weapons cannot hurt us. Your ships are too weak. Surrender now, and we will let some of you live as slaves. Continue fighting, and we will kill every human on your planet." The message ended. The bridge was quiet for a moment. "What do we tell them, Admiral?" Jake asked. Kate looked at Earth again. She thought about her daughter, who lived in New York. She thought about her parents, who lived on a farm in Kansas. She thought about all the people who trusted her to protect them. Send this message back, she said. Tell them that humans don't surrender. Tell them we would rather die fighting than live as slaves. Jake smiled for the first time that day. Yes, ma'am. The alien ships moved closer to Earth, their weapons charged up with a sound like thunder. Kate knew they were about to begin the final attack. All ships, this is Admiral Morrison, she said over the radio. We are Earth's last hope. Our families are counting on us. Our planet is counting on us. Today we fight not just for victory, but for the right to exist. Make every shot count. The USS Defiance shook as alien weapons hit its shields. Sparks flew from broken control panels. The lights went out for a moment, then came back on. Captain Lisa Brooks' voice came over the radio again. Admiral Long Range. Sensors are picking up something strange. What kind of strange? There's a big energy reading coming from the outer system. It's moving very fast toward us. Is it more alien ships? I don't think so. The energy pattern is different. It's like nothing I've ever seen before. Kate looked at her sensor officer, Lieutenant Maya Rodriguez. Can you get a better reading on it? Maya worked at her controls for a moment. Whatever it is, it's huge. Much bigger than anything the aliens have. And it's moving faster than should be possible. How long until it gets here? At current speed, maybe 20 minutes. Kate felt a strange hope in her chest. Maybe this was help. Maybe someone else was coming to fight the aliens. But who? As far as they knew, Earth was the only human world in the galaxy. The alien ships opened fire on Earth's orbital defense stations. The big space stations shot back with everything they had. Nuclear missiles and laser beams filled the space between Earth and the enemy fleet. But Kate knew it was not enough. They were still outnumbered and outgunned. Whatever was coming toward them, it better get here soon. The fate of humanity hung in the balance. The USS Defiance shook again as more alien weapons hit it. Admiral Kate Morrison held onto her chair to keep from falling. Around her, the bridge crew worked at their stations, while sparks flew from damaged equipment. Shields down to 40%, reported Jake Sullivan. His face was covered in sweat. We can't take much more of this. Kate looked at her remaining ships on the tactical display. Only 8 were left now. The USS Valiant had exploded just minutes ago, taking 3,000 people with it. She had watched good friends die today, people she had known for years. All ships, pull back to the orbital defense grid, she ordered. We make our stand there. The surviving human ships moved toward Earth's massive space stations. These stations were humanity's last line of defense. Each one was the size of a small city and packed with weapons. Nuclear missiles, particle beam cannons, and laser arrays pointed out at the alien fleet. Colonel Steve Parker stood in the command center of Defense Station Alpha. He was a Marine, a soldier who had fought on many worlds. But he had never seen an enemy like this. Through the station's thick windows, he could see the alien ships approaching like a wall of crystal death. Sir, all weapons are ready, said his second-in-command, Major Bill Carson. We have 500 nuclear missiles and full power to the beam weapons. Steve nodded. He knew this would be their last fight. The station's weapons were powerful, but the aliens had proven they could destroy anything humans threw at them. His wife, Commander Beth Parker, was on the other side of the station. She was helping coordinate the evacuation of civilian ships. Thousands of transport vessels were still trying to escape Earth, filled with families and children. Steve had not seen Beth in 12 hours. They both knew they might never see each other again, but they had a job to do. They had people to protect, On Earth's surface, General Pete Adams watched the battle from his command bunker. Explosions lit up the sky as human and alien weapons met in space. He was trying to get as many people off the planet as possible, but time was running out. "General, we have a problem," said his aide, Captain Nancy White. "The civilians are panicking. Some of the transport ships are overloaded. They're trying to fit too many people on each ship." "Tell the transport captains to follow safety rules," Pete said. "A ship that crashes helps no one. Sir, the people are scared. They think this might be their last chance to escape." Pete understood. If he had a family down there, he would want to get them on any ship leaving Earth. But panic would only make things worse. Deep underground, Dr. Amy Carter worked frantically on her quantum weapon. Her eyes were red from lack of sleep. Her hands shook from too much coffee and stress. "The resonance field is still not stable," she told Tony Clark. "Every time I think I have it working, something goes wrong." "What if we bypass the safety systems?" Tony suggested. "Then we might blow up half the planet," Amy replied. "This weapon works by affecting the basic structure of matter. If it goes wrong, it could start a chain reaction. But if we don't try, the aliens will kill everyone anyway." Amy looked at her computer screens. Numbers and graphs showed the weapon's status. It was close to working, but not ready yet. She needed more time, but time was the one thing they did not have in space. Commander Ryan Mitchell led the remaining human fighters in desperate attacks against the alien fleet. His small group of pilots was all that was left of Earth's fighter squadrons. "Blue Leader were not even scratching their paint," said Blue 5 over the radio. "Our weapons just bounce off their shields." Ryan knew she was right. The human fighters were like bees attacking elephants. They were brave, but they could not do real damage to the huge alien ships. "Keep hitting them anyway," Ryan ordered. "Maybe we can distract them from the bigger ships." The alien fleet formed into attack formations. Their weapons glowed with deadly energy. Kate Morrison watched them approach and knew the end was coming. Earth's defense stations opened fire first. Hundreds of nuclear missiles shot out from the space stations. The missiles were humanity's most powerful weapons, each one capable of destroying a city. They streaked toward the alien ships like bright stars. The aliens shot most of the missiles down with their laser defenses, but some got through. Nuclear explosions lit up space like tiny suns. When the light faded, the alien ships were still there. Their shields had protected them from humanity's best weapons. "Direct hit on 3 enemy vessels," reported Maya Rodriguez. "No visible damage." Kate felt her heart sink. If nuclear weapons could not hurt the aliens, what could? The alien ships fired back. Their crystal weapons shot beams of pure energy that cut through space. When the beams hit Defense Station Charlie, the entire station exploded in seconds. 5,000 people died instantly. "Station Charlie is gone," Jake Sullivan reported. His voice was quiet and shocked. "No survivors." Beth Parker's voice came over the radio from her position on Station Alpha. "We're still getting civilian ships away from Earth. We need more time." "How much more time?" Kate asked. "At least 2 hours to get the remaining transports clear." Kate looked at the alien fleet. They were close enough now that she could see details on their ships. Weapons ports glowing with energy, shield generators humming with power. They looked unstoppable. "Admiral," Lieutenant Sam Williams called out, "I'm getting a strange reading on long-range sensors." "The same energy signature as before?" "Yes, but it's much closer now." "Whatever it is, it's almost here." Kate looked at the main screen. In the distance, space seemed to shimmer and bend. It was like looking at water with something big moving underneath. "It's some kind of cloaking device," Maya Rodriguez said. "Much more advanced than anything we have." The alien commander appeared on the communication screen again. His black eyes stared at Kate with cold hatred. "Human Admiral," the alien said, "your orbital stations cannot protect you. Your weapons are useless against us. This is your last chance. Surrender now, or watch your planet burn." Kate looked around her bridge. Her crew was tired and scared, but they were still at their posts. They were still fighting. "Send this message back," she told Sam Williams. "Tell him that humans have never surrendered to bullies. Tell him we will fight until the last ship is destroyed and the last person is dead." The alien's expression did not change. "Then you have chosen death. We will begin planetary bombardment in 10 minutes. The screen went dark. Kate knew what planetary bombardment meant. The aliens would use their weapons to destroy every city on Earth. Billions of people would die. "All stations, prepare for final assault," she ordered. "Make every shot count." Colonel Steve Parker received the message on Defense Station Alpha. He looked around the command center at his Marines. These were good people, soldiers who had volunteered to protect Earth and its people. "You heard the Admiral," he told them. "This is it. Today we find out what we're made of." The alien ships moved into bombardment position. Their main weapons, massive crystal cannons that could destroy continents, began to charge up. Then space exploded with light, the mysterious energy. Signature that had been approaching suddenly appeared right in the middle of the battlefield. Whatever had been cloaked was cloaking no more. Kate Morrison stared at the main screen in shock. A ship had appeared between Earth's fleet and the alien armada. But this was not just any ship. It was massive, larger than anything she had ever seen. It was easily 3 times the size of the biggest alien vessel, and it looked human. The ship was sleek and angular, covered in armor that seemed to absorb light. Weapons ports dotted its hull like stars. Shield generators created a blue glow around its entire structure. "My God," Jake Sullivan whispered. "Where did that come from?" The mysterious ship sent a message, but it was not directed at Earth's fleet. It was sent to the aliens, and it was in their own language. What did it say? Kate asked Sam Williams. Sam worked at his translation computer. It said, "Alien fleet, you will withdraw from this system immediately or be destroyed. This is your only warning." The alien commander's response was immediate. "All ships open fire on the unknown vessel. Destroy it." 50 alien ships turned their weapons toward the mysterious newcomer. Crystal beams and energy weapons filled space with deadly light. The concentrated firepower of half the alien fleet struck the unknown ship's shields. When the light faded, the ship was completely undamaged, and it fired back. The unknown ship's weapons lit up space like lightning. Beams of pure energy shot out from its hull and struck the alien fleet. Where the beams hit, alien ships simply disappeared. Not exploded, not damaged, but completely gone as if they had never existed. Admiral Kate Morrison watched in amazement as 3 Zephyrian warships vanished in seconds. These were the same ships that had destroyed Earth's best vessels with ease. Now they were being cut down like wheat before a scythe. "This is impossible," Jake Sullivan said. "What kind of weapons are those?" A mysterious ship launched smaller craft from its hangar bays. These fighters were unlike anything Kate had ever seen. They moved through space with incredible speed and grace, twisting and turning in ways that should have been impossible. Captain Alex Turner, Earth's best pilot, watched the unknown fighters tear through alien formations. "Those ships are moving at speeds that would kill any human pilot," he said over the radio. "The G forces alone should crush whoever is flying them." But the mysterious fighters kept moving, dancing between alien weapons like they were playing a game. Their own weapons were just as deadly as their motherships. Every shot they fired destroyed an alien vessel. Commander Ryan Mitchell tried. to follow one of the unknown fighters with his eyes, but it was too fast. "Blue leader to all pilots," he said. "Stay clear of the unknown fighters. Let them work." The alien fleet was in chaos. Ships that had seemed unstoppable just minutes ago were now burning wrecks floating through space. The Zephyrian commander, Overlord Kethvor, screamed orders at his remaining vessels. "All ships, focus fire on the large vessel. Ignore the fighters. Destroy the main ship." 100 alien vessels turned their weapons toward the mysterious newcomer. The combined firepower was enough to destroy a small moon. Energy beams, plasma cannons, and crystal weapons all struck the unknown ship at the same time. The ship's shields flared with brilliant light. For a moment, Kate thought it might be destroyed. But when the light faded, the vessel was still there. Completely undamaged, Lieutenant Sam Williams worked frantically at his communication station. "Admiral, I'm receiving a transmission from the unknown ship. It's on our military frequency, and it's in English." Kate felt her heart skip a beat. Put it through. A voice came over the speakers. It was clearly human, with a slight accent that Kate could not identify. The voice was calm and confident. "Earth Defense Force, this is Admiral Nathan Cross of the Terran Expeditionary Ship Horizon. We are here to assist in your defense." Kate stared at the communication panel. "Admiral Cross, this is Admiral Morrison of the Earth Defense Force. Who are you? Where did you come from?" "That is a long story, Admiral Morrison. For now, let us focus on dealing with these Zephyrian invaders. We have experience fighting them." The ship called Horizon fired its main weapons again. This time, it targeted the largest alien vessel, a massive dreadnought that was twice the size of any other ship in the alien fleet. The beam struck the dreadnought's shields and cut through them like they were made of paper. The alien ship broke apart and exploded. On Defense Station Alpha, Colonel Steve Parker watched the battle through the station's viewports. "I don't believe what I'm seeing," he told Major Bill Carson. "That one ship is destroying the entire alien fleet by itself." "Who do you think they are?" Bill asked. "I don't know, but they're on our side. That's all that matters right now." Dr. Amy Carter looked up from her work in the underground laboratory. The quantum weapon she had been building was finally ready, but it looked like they might not need it. The sounds of battle had changed. Instead of constant explosions and the screams of dying ships, there were fewer sounds, and they seemed to be moving away from Earth. "Tony, are we winning?" she asked her assistant. Tony checked the tactical reports coming in from the surface. According to this, some kind of supership showed up and is beating the aliens. The alien fleet has lost over half its ships in the last 20 minutes. Amy felt relief wash over her. Maybe her weapon would not be needed after all. Maybe Earth would survive this day up in space. The battle continued to turn in humanity's favor. The mysterious fighters from the horizon were everywhere, their weapons carving through alien ships like they were made of cardboard. The main ship's guns never stopped firing, each shot destroying another enemy vessel. Admiral Nathan Cross opened a communication channel to all the remaining human ships. "Earth Defense Force vessels, this is Admiral Cross. Pull back to a safe distance. We will handle the remaining enemy ships." Kate Morrison wanted to help, but she knew her ships could not match the aliens' technology. The Horizon and its fighters were clearly superior to both human and alien vessels. "All Earth ships withdraw to the outer defense perimeter," she ordered. "Let our new friends finish the job." Captain Lisa Brooks, commanding the battered USS Guardian, felt both relief and curiosity. "Admiral, who are these people? How do they have such advanced technology?" "I don't know, Lisa, but I intend to find out." The Zephyrian fleet was now down to less than 50 ships from the original 200. Overlord Kethvor sent a desperate message to the unknown vessel. "Unknown ship, we surrender. Stop your attack. We will withdraw from this system. Admiral Cross's voice responded coldly. The Zephyrian Empire does not get to surrender after attacking innocent worlds. You will be destroyed as a lesson to others who might follow your path. Please, we were only following orders. Our homeworld made us attack. The same excuse does not work twice, Overlord. Your people have conquered dozens of worlds, enslaved millions of beings, and destroyed entire civilizations. Today, your crimes catch up with you. The Horizon fired its weapons again. This time, multiple beams shot out simultaneously, each one targeting a different alien ship. 20 Zephyrian vessels exploded at the same moment. Kate Morrison watched the systematic destruction of the alien fleet. Part of her felt sorry for the aliens, but then she remembered the burning cities on Earth's surface and the thousands of humans who had died that day. Lieutenant Maya Rodriguez reported from her sensor station. Admiral, I'm detecting more ships approaching. The same energy signatures as the Horizon. More of Admiral Cross's ships? It looks like it. 5 more vessels, all about half the size of the Horizon. Kate felt a mixture of relief and concern. Relief because Earth would certainly be safe with this much firepower protecting it. Concern because she did not know who these people were or what they wanted. The 5 new ships dropped out of faster-than-light travel and immediately joined the battle. With 6 advanced vessels now attacking them, the remaining Zephyrian ships did not stand a chance. Overlord Kethver made one last desperate attempt to escape. His flagship, damaged but still functional, broke away from the main battle and headed toward Earth at full speed. If we cannot conquer this world, we will destroy it, he screamed over the communication channels. We will crash our ship into their planet. The alien flagship was badly damaged, but it was still massive. If it hit Earth, it would cause tremendous destruction, possibly killing millions of people. Admiral Cross saw the threat immediately. All ships intercept the enemy flagship. Do not let it reach the planet. The Horizon and its escort ships changed course and raced after the fleeing alien vessel. But Kethver had a head start, and his ship was fast despite its damage. Commander Ryan Mitchell, still flying his fighter, saw what was happening. The alien ship would reach Earth's atmosphere in just a few minutes. The larger ships might not be able to stop it in time. This is Blue Leader, he said over the radio. I'm going to try to slow that ship down. Ryan, no. Kate Morrison called out. Your fighter can't hurt that ship. Maybe not, but I have to try. Ryan pushed his fighter to maximum speed and flew directly at the alien flagship. His small weapons fired continuously, the laser beams striking the alien ship's hull. He was not causing significant damage, but he was getting the aliens' attention. The flagship's defensive weapons turned toward Ryan's fighter. Energy bolts shot past his ship, missing by inches. He kept firing, kept drawing their attention, hoping to slow them down somehow. Then one of the escort ships from Admiral Cross's fleet caught up. The ship was sleek and fast, designed for pursuit and interception. Its weapons locked onto the alien flagship and fired. The beams struck the alien ship's engines. Explosions ripped through the rear of the vessel, and it began to spin out of control. Instead of crashing into Earth, it tumbled toward the moon. The alien flagship hit the lunar surface with tremendous force. The impact created a crater visible from Earth and sent debris flying into space. Overlord Kethver and his crew were dead. The battle was over. Earth was safe. Admiral Kate Morrison looked around her bridge. Her crew was exhausted but alive. Through the viewports, she could see the mysterious ships that had saved her world. Admiral Cross, she said over the communication channel, thank you. You saved our planet and our people. You are welcome, Admiral Morrison. But this is only the beginning. We have much to discuss. Admiral Kate Morrison stood in the docking bay of the Horizon, the massive ship that had saved Earth. She had never seen technology like this before. The walls seemed to glow with their own light, and the air itself felt different, cleaner somehow. Admiral. Nathan Cross walked toward her with confident steps. He was tall and looked to be in his 40s, with gray hair and kind eyes. He wore a uniform that was similar to Earth's military style, but more advanced. Behind him walked a woman with dark hair and the bearing of a soldier. Admiral Morrison, welcome aboard the Horizon, Nathan said, extending his hand. This is Captain Maria Santos, my first officer. Kate shook their hands and looked around the hangar bay. Admiral Cross, I have so many questions I don't know where to start. Who are you people? Where did you come from? Nathan smiled. The short answer is that we are human, just like you. The long answer will take some time to explain. Shall we go to my ready room? They walked through corridors that seemed to stretch forever. The ship was even larger inside than it looked from the outside. Crew members moved past them, all clearly human, but wearing the same advanced uniforms. Commander Jeff Watson, Kate's intelligence officer, had joined them for this meeting. He looked around with wide eyes. Admiral Cross, how many people do you have on this ship? The Horizon carries a crew of 15,000, Maria Santos replied. It is not just a warship, but a complete mobile city. We have families, schools, farms, and factories aboard. They entered Admiral Cross's ready room, which was decorated with pictures and artifacts that looked strangely familiar. Kate recognized some of the items as being from Earth, but they were old, maybe centuries old. Please, sit down, Nathan said, gesturing to comfortable chairs around a conference table. Let me tell you our story. He activated a holographic display that showed a map of the galaxy. Points of light marked different star systems. 400 years ago, Earth launched several generation ships. These were massive vessels designed to carry thousands of people to distant stars. The journey would take centuries, so the ships were built to be self-contained worlds. Kate nodded. I remember reading about those ships in history class. They were launched in the early 21st century. We lost contact with all of them and assumed they were destroyed or lost. We were not lost, Nathan continued. We found new worlds and built new civilizations. Over the centuries, we developed technology far beyond what Earth had when we left. We had to, in order to survive in a dangerous galaxy. The holographic display showed several star systems with human colonies. Kate counted at least 20 different worlds. We call ourselves the Terran colonies, Maria Santos explained. We have maintained our human culture and values, but we have also adapted to life among the stars. Jeff Watson leaned forward. How? Did you know Earth was in danger? Nathan's expression became serious. Because we have been fighting the Zephyrian Empire for over 50 years. They have been expanding across this part of the galaxy, conquering world after world. We knew they would eventually reach Earth. Why didn't you contact us before now? Kate asked. We tried to, many times over the past century. Our messages never got through. We think the Zephyrians were blocking our communications to keep you isolated. Maria activated another display, showing battle scenes from previous conflicts with the aliens. The Zephyrians have a pattern. They find a world with less advanced technology, demand surrender, and then either enslave or destroy the population. They did this to 17 different species before they encountered us. What happened when they encountered you? Jeff asked. Nathan smiled grimly. They discovered that humans do not surrender easily, even when we are outnumbered. We lost some colonies in the early wars, but we also learned how to fight them effectively. The display showed Terran colony ships in battle against Zephyrian fleets. Kate could see that the colonial technology was specifically designed to counter alien weapons. and tactics. Your shields, your weapons, everything seems designed to fight the Zephyrians, Kate observed. Exactly, Maria replied. We have been at war with them for decades. Every system on our ships is built to defeat their technology. Nathan stood up and walked to a window that looked out at Earth. But we also learned something else about them. They are not just conquerors. They are desperate. Desperate? Kate asked. Their homeworld is dying. Their sun is going out, and they need new worlds to survive. That is why they have been so aggressive in their expansion. Jeff Watson frowned. That doesn't excuse what they have done. They have killed billions of people. No, it does not excuse it, Nathan agreed, but it explains it. They see conquest as their only chance for survival. Kate looked at the displays showing the colonial worlds. Admiral Cross, why did you come to help us? You could have stayed safe in your own territory. Nathan turned back to the group. Because Earth is our mother world. No matter how far we have traveled or how long we have been gone, Earth is still home. We could not let it be destroyed. Maria Santos smiled. Also, because together we are stronger than apart. Earth has developed along different technological paths than we have. Your quantum research, for example, is something we never explored. Kate remembered Dr. Amy Carter's work. Our quantum resonance technology? Yes, Dr. Carter's research could revolutionize our weapons and shields. Combined with our anti-Zephyrian technology, it could end the war once and for all. Nathan sat. Back down. Admiral Morrison, I have a proposal for you. Let us work together. Share our technologies, combine our fleets, and build a defense that will protect both Earth and the colonies. Kate felt excitement building in her chest. What exactly? Are you suggesting? A formal alliance between Earth and the Terran colonies. We will share our technology and help you rebuild your defenses. In return, you share your research and help us in the continuing war against the Zephyrian Empire. Jeff Watson looked concerned. What about the other alien races the Zephyrians have conquered? What happens to them? Maria's expression became determined. We free them. Every world the Zephyrians have enslaved, every species they have oppressed. We make them pay for their crimes and restore freedom to the galaxy. Kate thought about the proposal. It sounded almost too good to be true. What would this alliance look like in practical terms? Nathan activated another display, showing plans for new ship designs and space stations. We establish permanent colonies in the Earth system. We build new shipyards using both Earth and colonial technology. We train your people to use our weapons and learn from your innovations. How long would this take? Kate asked. The basic integration could be completed in 2 years, Maria replied. Full technological merger would take perhaps 10 years. Kate looked at Jeff Watson. What do you think? Jeff studied the displays for a long moment. It sounds like our best chance for long-term survival. But I think our governments will want to be involved in these negotiations. Nathan nodded. Of course. This is too important to be decided by military officers alone. But I wanted to make the initial contact with you, Admiral Morrison, because you fought bravely today. You proved that Earth's defenders are worthy allies. Kate felt a surge of pride. Admiral Cross, I think this alliance could benefit both our peoples. But I have one question. What is that? You said you have been fighting the Zephyrians for 50 years? How has the war been going? Nathan and Maria exchanged glances. Until today, it has been a stalemate, Nathan admitted. We are more advanced than they are, but they have more ships and more worlds. Neither side has been able to gain a decisive advantage. And now, Maria smiled, now we have Earth's quantum technology and Earth's determination. The Zephyrians made a mistake attacking your world. They forced us to work together, and together, we are unstoppable. Kate looked out the window at Earth, where recovery efforts were already beginning. Fires were being put out, cities were being rebuilt, and people were returning to their homes. Admiral Cross, I think this is the beginning of a beautiful partnership. Nathan raised an imaginary glass to the alliance between Earth and the Terran colonies. To victory over tyranny, Kate replied. Outside the window, the other colonial ships moved into protective positions around Earth. For the first time in centuries, humanity was reunited. And for the first time since the war began, they had hope. For victory. Dr. Amy Carter's quantum research was already being studied by colonial scientists. New ship designs were being developed that combined the best of both technologies. And in the depths of space, the remaining Zephyrian forces were retreating, carrying word of their defeat back to their dying homeworld. The galaxy was about to change, and humanity would be leading that change. 3 months had passed since the great battle for Earth. Admiral Kate Morrison stood on the observation deck of the new Earth Colonial Command Station, watching as construction crews worked on humanity's first joint starship. The vessel was enormous, combining Earth's quantum technology with colonial shield systems and weapons. It's beautiful, said Dr. Amy Carter, who had joined Kate to watch the construction. I never imagined my quantum research could be used like this. The new ship, called the UES Unity, was a symbol of the alliance between Earth and the Terran colonies. Its hull was made from colonial metals that could absorb energy attacks, while its weapons used quantum resonance technology to punch through any known shield system. Admiral Nathan Cross walked up behind them, carrying a datapad with the latest reports from across the galaxy. The ship will be ready for its first mission next week, he said. Our intelligence reports that the Zephyrians are massing their remaining fleets near their homeworld. Kate turned to face him. How many ships do they have left? Our scouts count about 300 vessels, maybe more. It's their entire remaining fleet. Dr. Carter looked worried. That's still a lot of ships. Can we handle that many? Nathan smiled. With the Unity and our new combined fleet, yes. We now have 40 ships equipped with quantum-enhanced weapons. Each one can destroy 10 ordinary Zephyrian vessels. Kate looked back at the Unity. The ship was nearly complete, its sleek hull gleaming in the light of the sun. When do we leave? For the final battle? In 1 week. The Colonial Council and Earth's government have approved the mission. We end this war once and for all. Meanwhile, on the surface of Earth, reconstruction efforts continued. Cities that had been damaged in the alien attack were being rebuilt with a mix of Earth and colonial technology. The new buildings were stronger and more beautiful than anything humans had built before. Commander Beth Parker, now serving as liaison between Earth and colonial forces, supervised the integration of the two military systems. Her husband, Colonel Steve Parker, had survived the battle at Defense Station Alpha and now commanded a mixed unit of Earth Marines and colonial soldiers. The training is going well, Beth reported to her superiors. Earth soldiers are adapting quickly to colonial weapons and tactics. The colonials are learning our strategies for ground combat. Captain Lisa Brooks, whose ship the USS Guardian had been repaired with colonial technology, was amazed at the improvements. These new shields are incredible, she told her crew. We could have taken on 10 Zephyrian ships with this equipment. Commander Ryan Mitchell now flew one of the new hybrid fighters. The craft combined colonial speed and maneuverability with Earth's quantum-enhanced weapons. These ships are like nothing I've ever flown, he reported. They respond to thought almost as much as to controls. The week passed quickly. Ships from across the galaxy gathered at Earth for the final assault on the Zephyrian homeworld. Earth contributed 20 vessels, while the Terran colonies brought 40 of their most advanced warships. It was the largest human fleet ever assembled. Admiral Kate Morrison stood on the bridge of the UES Unity as the fleet prepared to depart. The ship was a marvel of engineering, with crew members from both Earth and the colonies working side by side. "All ships report ready for departure," announced Lieutenant Commander Jake Sullivan, who now served as the Unity's tactical officer. Admiral Nathan Cross, commanding the colonial contingent from his flagship the Horizon, opened a communication. "Channel to all ships. Today we end a war that has lasted for 50 years. Today we free the galaxy from tyranny. Today we show the universe what humanity can accomplish when we work together." Captain Maria Santos, now serving as Cross's fleet coordinator, added, "Remember, our goal is not just victory, but justice. We fight for all the innocent lives lost to Zephyrian aggression." The fleet jumped faster than light speed, heading for the Zephyrian homeworld. The journey would take 3 days, during which final preparations were made and battle plans reviewed. Dr. Amy Carter worked with colonial scientists to fine-tune the quantum resonance weapons. "The energy output is beyond anything I calculated," she told her team. "These weapons could crack a planet if we're not careful." Dr. Tony Clark, her assistant, monitored the weapon systems. "All safety protocols are in place. We can target specific ships without affecting anything else." On the 3rd day, the human fleet arrived at the edge of the Zephyrian system. Their homeworld was a blue and green planet, much like Earth, but the star that lit it was visibly dying. The sun was smaller and dimmer than it should have been. "Sensors detect the Zephyrian fleet," reported Lieutenant Maya Rodriguez from her station on the Unity. "They're in defensive formation around their homeworld. 327 ships." Admiral Kate Morrison studied the tactical display. The alien ships were arranged in multiple layers of defense, with their largest vessels closest to the planet. "They're protecting something," observed Commander Jeff Watson. "Look at the formation. They're not trying to attack us. They're trying to keep us away from the planet." Admiral Cross's voice came over the communication system. "Our intelligence suggests they're trying to evacuate their population to colony ships. They know their sun is dying." Kate felt a moment of sympathy for the aliens. They were fighting to save their people, just as humans had fought to save Earth. But then she remembered all the worlds they had conquered, all the species they had enslaved. "Open a channel to the Zephyrian fleet," she ordered. The alien commander, who appeared on the screen, was not Overlord Kethvar, who had died at Earth. This was a younger Zephyrian with the same black eyes, but a less arrogant expression. "I am Supreme Commander Veltar of the Zephyrian Empire," the alien said. "You have come to destroy us in our final hour." Kate looked at the alien leader with steady eyes. "We have come to end your empire's reign of terror. Surrender now, and we will allow your people to find new homes peacefully. You offer us exile when our sun dies and our world freezes? We offer you life. That is more than you offered the 17 species you destroyed." Veltar was quiet for a moment. "What are your terms?" Admiral Cross joined the conversation. "Complete disarmament of your fleet. Return of all enslaved populations to their homeworlds. Reparations to be paid to the families of your victims. And if we refuse?" Kate's voice was cold. "Then we will destroy your fleet and leave you to face the death of your son alone." Veltar looked around his bridge, seeing the fear in his crews. "Eyes, I need time to consider your offer." "You have 1 hour," Kate replied, cutting the communication. The hour passed slowly. Human ships maintained their positions while the Zephyrian fleet remained in defensive formation. Finally, Veltar contacted them again. "We accept your terms," he said, "but we ask for mercy for our people. They are not all responsible for the crimes of our empire." Kate felt relief wash over her. "Your people will be treated fairly. We are not conquerors. We are liberators." The Zephyrian ships began powering down their weapons. One by one, they transmitted surrender codes to the human fleet. The war was ending without a final battle. But then something went wrong. A group of Zephyrian extremists, led by a fanatic named War Chief Drekmo, broke away from the main fleet and charged toward the human ships. Some of them are not surrendering, Jake Sullivan reported. 15 ships breaking formation and attacking. The extremist ships opened fire on the human fleet. Their weapons were no match for the new quantum-enhanced shields, but they kept coming anyway. They would rather die fighting than accept defeat, Admiral Cross observed. Kate made a quick decision. All ships, disable those vessels, but try not to destroy them. They're acting out of desperation. The human fleet fired precisely, targeting the engines and weapons of the attacking ships. The quantum weapons made short work of the alien vessels, leaving them floating helplessly in space. War Chief Drekmo's ship was the last to be disabled. As his vessel lost power, he sent one final message. You may have won today, humans, but the galaxy will remember the Zephyrian Empire forever. Kate responded calmly. The galaxy will remember that your empire fell because it chose conquest over cooperation. Let that be a lesson to anyone who follows your path. With the extremist threat ended, the surrender continued. The remaining Zephyrian ships transmitted their locations and prepared for inspection by human boarding parties. Over the following weeks, the terms of surrender were carried out. Enslaved populations were freed and returned to their homeworlds. Zephyrian weapons were destroyed or turned over to human forces. The dying alien civilization was relocated to a new star system, far from any other inhabited worlds. Admiral Kate Morrison stood once again on the observation deck of the Unity, but this time she was looking at a very different scene. Instead of warships, the space around the Zephyrian homeworld was filled with refugee ships and humanitarian vessels. Humans, both from Earth and the colonies, were helping the former enemies evacuate their dying world. It's hard to believe the war is really over, said Dr. Amy Carter, who had joined Kate to watch the evacuation. Admiral Nathan Cross walked up beside them. The shooting war is over, but now we have to win the peace. That might be even harder. Kate nodded. We have to help rebuild all the worlds the Zephyrians damaged. We have to make sure something like this never